they're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Washington football team.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at
the success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 26.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Ordinarily in short yardage, most people don't run a toss because it takes a little bit longer to develop. But some teams see it as a very physical type run because the amount of people that get out in front of the runner, offensive linemen, tight ends, sometimes an extra back, they like to run that play there and try and run over people.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Gain on the play.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. It let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Haskins will throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man here. Sims complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And the Washington.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Gibson. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Makes this Washington 7, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Wentz.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Working from the gun, Wentz.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
A first update now from Cincinnati. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington 7, Eagles 0.
But I can't go. No, I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get changed, name, how about your respect? Get it more than when I get expecting up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Check, 47. You're right. Check three. Lefty. Ram.
On 1st down, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run with Clement, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Corey Clement with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Terry McLaurin. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
makes this Washington 14, Eagles 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
7-yard line.
Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by...
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, They got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
It's a second down run with Sanders. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Carry for Sanders, and he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Here's Wentz to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
28-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. They got the interception with very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we're going to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and a yard at the 36-yard line.
From the 36, Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
First down, Washington.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
On the deep ball. Darius Slay on the coverage.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Final play of the half, it's Haskins. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
You ain't going nowhere. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, that's you.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56. Mike 56 right there. 56. It's just me. It's just me and you. Slam.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. 7 yards the pick up there.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
56 to Mike, boy. 56.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Ball carrier.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Down the numbers. There he goes.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes this Washington 21. Eagles 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Taken down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll start the drive with Love here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Taken down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
Slay on the coverage.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Hard throw, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
19-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Throw out wide by Wentz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rip left. 56 to Mike.
He'll pitch it. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Wentz with a throw that's caught by Rager. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
48-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jackson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 28.
The 28-yard line.
46 down, where's my ball?
Wentz now on first down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play.
Eagles 17.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They go back to the ground with Sanders. down to the 25. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. One more time with Clement. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Clement, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call is bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun. Haskins looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love.
To Bryce Love.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Love.
And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down.
33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Intended for Thaddeus.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
To go.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, Haskins. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
2-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run here with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Wins to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
Going for it all. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Haskins' pass. Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Eagles,